Welcome back to the Retire Young radio show. I am your host, Joshua David, having a good time. And Al, I was just thinking, we used to play different songs in this introduction for every segment.
You're not going to sing, are you?
That was the thing I was going to say. I love and I miss singing those songs.
Oh.
Al, as we get into this next segment, it's a topic that we're all striving for. Everybody is talking about it. Everybody is hopefully wants to get there at one point, hopefully yesterday, right? But there was a study done by the NFCC 2020 Consumer Financial Literacy. It's a survey they did. And it was 78% of people say that they would benefit from advice from a professional. But there's some staggering numbers here. 31% say they ask a friend for financial advice. 36% would ask a financial planner. Now, I want to talk about that in conjunction with retirement and retirement accounts and strategies, right? Now, who are you really asking for your information, and what is their best interest, right? So especially when you ask a financial planner, they have different motives, right? They got to get paid, right? So if you're asking advice to a financial planner and you want them to help you with your decisions, they may have another motive other than just helping you, but it's a general bucket. So let's start with that, with asking financial planners for advice.
Yeah, people, I think, have the assumption or make the assumption that somebody else can do a better job than they can. And just because somebody has a title, that person is an expert. Well, the problem there is that person who you may be relying on probably has several hundred people like you that they are supposedly managing their money. And the goal for most financial advisors is to gather assets to have under management, not necessarily to manage those assets. Typically, they're passed off to somebody else, like a mutual fund manager or a portfolio manager. And when we talk about the important things that we think are key to being to really benefiting from these markets, number one is being flexible, and number two is to be agile enough to be able to make changes when changes are necessary. When a financial advisor has 200-300 clients, it's pretty hard to do that. They almost have to put you into something that is more of a hands-off, long-term type of an investment.
And it's nothing against the people. It's the industry is the problem. It's not the people.
No. The industry is the problem. It's the industry, and it's the fact that there are so many people that they have as clients, and that's part of their job, is to have more people as clients. That's part of what the firms expect of them. Well, who can pay most attention to your assets? Who's getting up every morning thinking about what you have and what might be the best moves for you? Does the market just go one direction? No, it goes multiple directions, but most financial advisors are putting their clients into something that will only benefit if the market goes one direction, and that's up. And to be able to take advantage of the different market directions and also the difference in the assets, the industries, for example, or the sectors that might be outperforming, you have to be flexible. You have to have the knowledge to know how to maybe go from one sector, one industry to another one at the right time. And really what it gets down to, as I mentioned before, price is the important thing. It's a lot like in real estate. In real estate, they say location is the key. Well, in the financial markets, that's true too. But when we're talking about location, we're talking about price. Where is the right price to get into something and out of it? It may mean you have to wait a while before you get into a position. But if you're using a professional, a financial advisor, they're going to put you in the market right away, regardless of what the price is. That's not a consideration. It's just getting into the market where they're going to say that it's time in the market, not timing the market. What we're saying is that it is timing that's important, and we have a strategy, our core strategy, which is designed to do that. It's designed to identify where the big institutions, where the big money, where they are making their plays, whether they're entering or exiting a position.
Yeah, and just to clarify too, I mean, like I said, the industry is the issue. The people are great people, but we're seeing more and more people, and I see this. I've seen it on TV even, where people don't feel they have control of really anything in life. But if we work so hard all of our lives to build a retirement, wouldn't you want your best interest to make those decisions? Now, a lot of, like you said earlier at the beginning, a lot of people are afraid, and they feel like they can't, or they have to go to somebody else. Well, now is the time to start to learn the skills, learn the different techniques, learn the different strategies that are designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. Al, we've been talking about, some of the common mistakes that the novice make in their retirements. They make the wrong decisions, and it's not their fault. They just haven't been trained and taught how to do that yet, right?
Mhm.
So let's talk more about how somebody can gain control and also learn the skills as well. It's self-directing. When people self-direct their own accounts, they actually can manage that. And it's how to take low risk, high reward, high probability entry points into the market. That's what the strategy is designed to do. Talk about self-directing, and then how us as average investors can do that with the confidence.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's understanding why price moves. And when you think about it, why are you in the market? Why do you have a 401k? Well, it's to provide a profit. It's to have something come back into your account that's greater than what you put in there. And the way that happens is by following what the institutions are doing. They've done all the work, by the way. It's a great thing for us because they put all the money into the research. They do all the work. They have all the sophisticated equipment to be able to do this. All we have to do is just follow what they're doing. But here's the key: that you mentioned the quality trades with a high probability and high profit potential. That happens at the turn in price, the turn or move in price. And the origin of any move in price in any market is where that supply and demand, or the buyers and sellers, are out of balance. And that means that to really benefit, you need to be able to identify that in advance. It's just learning how to read a price chart properly to identify where that imbalance is going to take place. And what the result is, if you can use a strategy that does that, and you know the right assets to use at the right time, it increases your confidence. And then in retirement especially, that's when it's important to be able to look at trading and investing with confidence, because we don't get a do-over. And, one of the things that when we talk about self-directing, Josh, one of the great things that happens there is that you eliminate fees.
Yeah, that's key.
And we talk to people that come in that have large accounts that are paying $50,000, $100,000 in fees for their accounts to be managed. That's a lot of money that could be eliminated. I mean, the drawdown, that loss of money, could be eliminated if somebody takes control of their own assets. If you do that with the right education, the right strategy that addresses every market condition, then that increases the confidence to be able to do it. You eliminate those fees, and you have access to, in your self-directed retirement accounts, to strategies that make market, or that can benefit in up markets, down markets, and sideways markets, and assets that will provide protection, because that's the critical thing in retirement, is to preserve your capital.
That's the key. And I'm glad you mentioned that up, down, and sideways market. Once again, we can't stress that enough, that each market condition is an opportunity. And we talk to a lot of people, and I've talked to people that say, "Oh, I'm willing to pay a fee if they're going to put a profit in my account." Well, nobody's willing to just give money away, and that's kind of what that is doing. Is people are just giving money away in a hope that they're going to have give them a profit. And the case is it doesn't always happen that way. So if you want to learn more about taking more control, having more confidence in your investing decisions, this is Josh and Al. We'll be right back.